So we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting fractions again this year. Just like last year. A common denominator has to be used when you're adding and subtracting fractions because it assures you that the pieces that you are working with are the same, what?
Like the same size.
The same size, right. Look at this drawing, this model. And I had you draw this because this is 3/4 and this is 1/8. Now, you can't add these two pieces and say, well, I've got 4/8 or 4/4, because the pieces are not the same size. We'd have to cut this into 8ths in order to be able to know exactly how much we have. If we cut this into 8ths, how many 8ths do we have? Joey?
6.
Yeah. That equals 6/8. And now we can tell how many total pieces we have. If we took this one, and we put it right there, we'd have 6 plus 1, oops,
7.
6 plus 1, 8.
That's what happens when we move back
Yep,
in the
that's
chair.
what happened when you move it.
That's fine.
Okay, 6. Okay, let's move on.
Don't break down chairs.
6 plus 1, 8. Hunter, we're moving on. Okay? So it's really important to understand what a common denominator does for you. Alright? John. And then, yeah, yep, then you should write it as 7/8. Okay? Stop talking and listen. Now, if you have mixed numbers, let's say you've got 5 2/3 minus 3 1/6. Write that one down. 5 2/3 minus 3 1/6. Now, if you have 5 holes, you can take away 3 holes. But if you look at the pieces are not the same size. So we're going to have to start with what?
Well, we change the denominator to 6.
Right. So rewrite this as 5 4/6 minus 3 1/6. Right? And then we can subtract the pieces, and we can subtract the holes.
And get 2.
Get 2 3/6, and simplify that to 2 1/2. Right? Now, what if we have ones with positive and negative? What if we have to use, for example, let's see, like number 11 in your book. Number 11. Let's look at number 11. Negative 3/10 minus 5/100. What do we do with negative and a negative? What do we put right in front of here?
A plus.
A plus sign, right. This is a negative plus a negative. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter where the negative sign is on a fraction. If there's only one, this whole thing is negative. Okay? If the whole thing is negative, it's easiest to put the negative sign, or think of the negative sign being on the top number. Because that's going to tell you what the pieces are like. These are negative pieces. Okay? So, if this is 3/10, we'd have to change this to what? Hundredths. How many is that? Negative 30 hundredths. So then we are adding negative 30 plus negative 5, and they're all hundredths. Okay? One more example I want to cover with you. This is number 12. 6 over x and negative 2/5. Now, how would we find a common multiple of 5 and x? You can. If this was any number, one way to find a common multiple is to multiply them. Think about what's a common multiple of 2 and 3? 6. What's a common multiple of 7 and 8?
56.
56. So a common multiple here is 5 and x. 5 and x. So we're going to use 5x as our common denominator. But in order to get this as 5x, we'd have to multiply by 5. And we'd have to multiply this by x. Okay? That gives us a common multiple, doesn't it? So, combine these. 6 and 5 is 6 times 5, 30, minus 2x, right? Then, is there anything else we can do? Nope, that's it. That's all we can do here. This is like parentheses. So this is all we can do with this. Okay? That's number 12. So, a common denominator, you can always find a common denominator by just using a common multiple. Okay?